Ancient purity Celtic sea salt is the finest quality available. We've been told over the years that salt is bad for us, but in actual fact it's only the refined table salt that's bad, the pure sodium chloride. Proper sea salt is extremely good for us, and in fact it's vital. For many years I believed that this type of sea salt that you buy in the supermarket was perfectly acceptable, and one knows the brands, they're usually dry white crystals, but in actual fact real salt, Celtic salt as it's commonly known, is high in magnesium. Magnesium absorbs water, and that means that salt, when left out, becomes wet, and people don't usually want to buy wet salt. However, salt with a high magnesium content is vital to good health. Apart from controlling blood pressure, it also helps control blood sugar. So diabetics, for example, can benefit hugely from a decent salt intake, and in fact their blood sugar will be regulated by a regular intake of salt. Also, the adrenal glands can benefit hugely from good salt intake, and in fact the adrenal glands cannot work properly without a good level of salt. Similarly, the thyroid gland, the body's shield mechanism, the gland in the body that fires up the immune system. Without salt, the thyroid gland cannot work properly, just in the same way as without iodine the thyroid gland can't work properly. Salt, of course, is also integrally linked with the intake of water. The more water we drink, the more we require salt. I believe that one can liberally use salt with food. When the pH of the body is at neutral, correct balance of 7.2, the kidneys, the liver, the brain, in fact all the organs of the body are able to work properly. An acidic pH is associated with many chronic diseases like cancer, arthritis, osteoporosis and candida, as well as hormonal imbalances. It is almost an inevitability that unless we're supplementing with extra minerals, that we will have a trace mineral deficiency. By adding salt to our diets, our bodies can properly utilize all of the minerals we need for perfect health. And there are a number of diseases and ailments caused directly by a low salt diet. Now, many people believe that having a low salt diet will mean that they can overcome their high blood pressure, and that by eating salt their blood pressure will go up. But in fact, nothing could be further from the truth when it comes to real salt. Real salt is vital to keep the blood pressure low, and research has been done over the years proving that a high salt content of real salt brings the blood pressure down, as opposed to previously thought. A good recipe for asthma is at the onset of wheezing to place a large pinch of salt on your tongue and drink 8 ounces approximately, that's about half a pint of pure water at room temperature. Repeat that every 15 or 30 minutes. Poor circulation is another common complaint, and it often occurs in someone with low blood pressure. Salt helps to expand the blood vessel volume and can help improve circulation. Many people want to do a detoxification of their body to get rid of the heavy metals and the build-ups of toxins, and adding 2 cups of salt and 2 cups of baking soda to the bath water can help stimulate the lymph system, which helps immensely in detoxification. Salt's incredibly good for the skin. Rubbing your skin with salt after bathing or showering can help remove dry skin. Importantly, salt will prevent muscle cramps and aid in muscle recovery after exercise. Low salt diets predispose one to fatigue. A diet rich in salt will help energy production. Salt is an alkalizing agent and helps to buffer the excess acidity of the stomach, so taking a large pinch of salt with meals helps to prevent acid reflux. Unfortunately, in this modern day and age with poor diets, many people are suffering from osteoporosis. Few, however, realize how essential salt is for proper bone density and strength. Osteoporosis is common with low salt diets. Decent salt intake helps correct that. Some people suffer from phlegm, and salt and water are the most effective expectorants known. Contrary to what you may have heard, salt is extremely useful for balancing cholesterol, lowering the bad cholesterol levels in your body. Few people realize how many minerals there are in salt, and few people could name them. Obviously we can name a few like chlorides and sodium, magnesium, potassium and calcium, but there are so many others that are vital to health, such as silicon, such as manganese, such as zinc and copper, and our bodies, quite honestly, are prepared and expecting a fairly large salt content, and without it our health is bound to suffer. The best brand of Celtic sea salt by far is Ancient Purity. It's dried sea, so not only does it contain 75 or more trace minerals, it also contains plankton, the algae, and all the other components of seawater. Ancient Purity Celtic sea salt is an organic, unrefined product, manufactured as it has been in the same way for thousands of years. It's suitable for absolutely everybody, with one caveat that if somebody has severely damaged kidneys, they will need to talk to their doctor before increasing their salt intake. For everyone else, Celtic sea salt is essential, inexpensive, and has the added advantage of making your food taste so much better.